Hey, what is up guys, it's the Dino Gamer back in the video. Today I'm going to be doing the long overdue review of Battle at Big Rock, the newest Jurassic World short film that was released just under a week ago. Now originally I was going to do a review on this earlier in the week and release a video earlier in the week, but I just got caught up in other stuff in regards to the channel and I was just so busy in general that I just didn't really get around to it, and I had other videos to upload, so I do apologize for that. But I also want to take this time to thank you guys because the last two Battle at Big Rock videos did extremely well, and I just want to thank you guys for all the support that you guys left on those videos, especially the reaction one, which was a video that I didn't even think was that good because I couldn't even overlay the short film over my reaction due to copyright, because Universal and the YouTube copyright system just sucks in general. Regardless of that, you guys seem to enjoy the video and you guys seem to enjoy my reaction to that video, so thank you so much for the support. I honestly didn't expect that video to do as well as it did, but yeah, again, thank you guys so much. But let's go ahead and get into the actual review. Now, honestly, I was debating just doing the review after the reaction, but it was late at night, so I didn't really want to do it, so I figured, hey, you know, I could milk this out a little bit longer and do another Battle at Big Rock video, so here we are today. I don't really know, I mean, I feel like I could talk for hours on Battle at Big Rock just because there's so many things to point out, but I'll try to do my best to sum it up. I want to talk about different aspects of Battle at Big Rock, even the advertising for Battle at Big Rock, which, you know what, let's just go ahead and get started with. Now, the reason why I want to talk about advertisement is because when it came to Fallen Kingdom, advertisement was terrible. And it's not because they didn't show a whole lot, it's because they showed too much. And it's because of the showing too much that ruins the overall experience of that movie. And the fact that we went into this short film without knowing a whole lot, with pretty much everything being ambiguous, was amazing. The fact that we got to go in and experience it raw was honestly probably the best way that we should be able to experience these things. I feel like everybody enjoyed this experience a lot better going in not knowing anything. I mean, yeah, we knew basic information like what kind of dinosaurs there was going to be, the kind of you know, setting it was going to be. We didn't really know too much about the characters. We didn't know what the characters were going to do. We didn't know a whole lot about the plot itself. We just knew that these dinosaurs were going to be battling each other because it's called Battle at Big Rock, but we didn't know what the overall plot was going to be. We didn't know what the theme was going to be, so we just kind of speculated and just kind of waited until the short film came out, and once it did, we got to see it for what it was rather than seeing it already knowing what it is because trailers would have spoiled that. But I might be overthinking this whole advertisement thing, but I just really wanted to point that out because I actually liked how they did everything. You know, we first found out about Battle at Big Rock back when the toy line came out with the Nasutoceratops and the Allosaurus, and the speculation began, and little bits of information came out in Jurassic Outpost and other various websites of, you know, relating to Jurassic World, and no trailers ever came out except for like the 30-second trailer right before the short film, and even that one didn't spoil too much. So honestly, I just have to give props to that. I just wanted to point that out real quick. So let's go ahead and move on before I ramble on even more about the advertising, but let's go ahead and move on to the plot. Now, when it comes to the plot, I feel like the plot is pretty generic. It's simple but effective enough to work for this short film. A simple synopsis for this short film will probably be something like, after a fight between two dinosaurs break out, a family of 5 are caught in the middle of it, and after the conflict resolves itself, now one of the dinosaurs are hunting the family members. So that's pretty much it. And the family members now have to try to get away from that dinosaur and defend themselves as they're being chased. So, I mean, that's pretty simple plot, and basically what I'm trying to say is the plot is nothing unique. It's pretty generic, but it's not terrible, but it does lack in a lot of places. But we do have to take in consideration in the fact that this is a short film, meaning, you know, it's only 8 minutes long. So there wasn't really enough time to establish a proper plot with this family, with the dinosaurs. It was supposed to be something short and simple, and that's where the effectiveness of this plot comes in. It was a very simple plot that could be used for a short film. So, I mean, it works. I'll give it that. But it does lack in some places. But let's go ahead and move on to the characters. Now, the characters are, well, much like the plot, there's not a whole lot of time to establish the characters or character developments or anything like that. So the characters are, again, just like the plot, very simple. And I just have to say real quick before we move on to the next part of this review, that the little girl is my favorite character in this short film, because not only does she know her basic dinosaur facts, but she is an absolute badass. Yeah, Owen Grady may have ridden in the jungle on his motorcycle with the raptors, but did he shoot a dinosaur in the face with a crossbow? Yeah, I don't think so. So, I think that little girl is absolutely badass. She's my favorite character. The rest of the characters, they're, again, pretty generic. Don't offer a whole lot, so I'm not going to dwell too much on that. And again, it is a short film, so not a whole lot of time to establish too much on these characters. Once again, just like the plot, they lack in some places. So let's go ahead and move on to the main event, the thing that people really came for in this short film, the dinosaurs themselves. I just have to say real quick, guys, that the dinosaurs were done very well. That goes without saying. They used dinosaur animatronics, almost said that wrong, and Colin Trevorrow even posted on his Twitter the animatronics that they used for this, and I have to say, it's impressive. Honestly, I couldn't even tell it was animatronic at first, which just shows like how well it's concealed, how realistic it is, and I just have to say, I appreciate the use of practical effects, and I think a lot of people do, because it just shows how innovative people are with practical effects. I know the Allosaurus for a fact is animatronic, because that was the picture in Colin Trevorrow's Twitter page, but I'm not sure about the Nasutoceratops. I'm not entirely sure about the Nasutoceratops. I could have sworn I heard somewhere that only one dinosaur was going to be animatronic. So if that's the case, then it's probably just the Allosaurus, but I could be wrong, so don't quote me on that. But let's go ahead and move on to the dinosaur battle. It leaves a lot to be desired. That's my conclusion on it. Don't get me wrong, I really liked the battle itself. I thought it was really awesome and badass, but it was very short-lived. And the fact that there wasn't a definitive winner was a little bit disappointing. And I think a lot of people were hoping that there would be a definitive winner, because I think a lot of people were like, oh, who's gonna win? Nasutoceratops or Allosaurus? And to see that both dinosaurs basically backed down and ran away and kind of had the conflict resolved itself, probably left people in a little bit of disappointment. It left me in a bit of disappointment, and I can understand why people were a bit disappointed. But that's the thing about the short film that I absolutely appreciate, is that despite the fact that I really wish there was a definitive winner, it falls back on accuracy. So the things that this short film did right are making this seem accurate. Like this whole setup, this entire scenario with the family and the dinosaurs and the human and dinosaur interaction and the dinosaur versus dinosaur interaction, all of it seems very accurate. It was done in a way where it seems like it's plausible. It's something that can actually happen. See, the problem with the last few Jurassic films is the fact that everything felt deliberate. Everything felt like it was done on purpose, because in part 3 you had the Spinosaurus deliberately chasing the characters throughout the entire island, despite the fact that it was free in the entire island. So why would it spend its time chasing tiny little humans where it had a whole island to itself with other dinosaurs that it could use as a food source? The whole logic behind that doesn't make sense. Now, when it comes to the Indominus Rex and the Indoraptor, it does make a little bit of sense, because both those dinosaurs were made to be scary, to hunt, to kill. It's in their nature to kill. So it kind of makes sense, but at the same time, you don't really like that sense of something being deliberate and done on purpose, and dinosaurs killing for the sake of killing, having that mentality, because that's not an accurate mentality. Very little times I feel like do dinosaurs really kill for the sake of killing. They kill for a reason, and it's not because they're evil like they seem like, because that's the thing about Jurassic Park 3. That's why people don't like it. It's because they feel like the Spinosaurus has this slasher villain mentality, when in reality the Spinosaurus are not like that. It's the accuracy of those Jurassic Park 3. It lacks. And that's what I feel like people really liked for this short film, is that everything felt like a coincidence. You know, it was a coincidence that the family happened to be in the wrong place at the wrong time, where the Nasutoceratops just happened to migrate at. And the Nasutoceratops just happened to migrate in the same area that was being inhabited by a rogue Allosaurus. And it just all felt like, it didn't feel like an actual setup. It felt like an accurate scenario where everything just happened to land in the same place at the same time. And you might be thinking that I might be overlooking on this, but that's the thing I really appreciate the most, is the fact that it was done so well. The dinosaur and human coexistence, that humans are now living in a world where they just have to accept the fact that there are some dinosaurs roaming around, and that they are now part of their world, and they're just gonna have to live with the fact that they're gonna have to coexist with them. And in order to do that, the dinosaur and human interactions have to feel real. If you're going to do something like that, these scenarios have to feel real. They can't feel like the dinosaurs are trying to go into these populated cities and destroy things for the sake of destroying things, you know? And that's the whole point that Colin Trevorrow was trying to make in that post that he made a while back. I remember that Colin Trevorrow was being interviewed a while back, and Jurassic Outpost did an article on it. And basically, when he was being interviewed, he was asked, I think, what we should expect with the dinosaurs in Jurassic World 3. Something along the lines of that, to which Colin Trevorrow responded with something you have to make the dinosaurs, honestly, I'm not quoting this, okay? I don't know exactly what he said, but basically a summary of what he could have been, what he said, from what I remember, is that he wants these dinosaur-human interactions to feel real. Like, you don't see dinosaurs in major cities wreaking havoc. You know, you want to make the interactions between these two species feel just as similar as if a person were to be interacting with a bear in the wild, or some other wild animal. You know, they wanted these interactions to make it feel like the dinosaurs are actually what they are. They're dinosaurs, they're animals, they're not villains, they're not these things with evil mentalities, and they're not these, creatures that want to just kill and destroy things for the sake of just doing that. These are just creatures that happen to be thrown into the world with humans, and now they have to find a way in order to survive in this world with humans. And honestly, I think in this short film, it was portrayed the best way possible. I think it was portrayed in a very accurate way. And I know this is completely overtaking the actual review, but that's why I think, out of everything, what makes this short film really good is the fact that everything felt accurate. And everything felt even more accurate with that, with the post-credit scenes. Now, honestly, I feel like the post-credit scenes were supposed to be almost mocking, this whole thing that's going to be happening with Jurassic World 3, because it was almost hard to take it seriously, especially with the little girl being chased by compies and stuff. But I felt like they did it right in the post-credit scenes too. The dinosaurs just happen to be in these places where the humans are in, and these interactions are completely accidental and coincidental. They're not on purpose, like the Stegosaurus wasn't in the road to purposely block traffic and to destroy cars. It was in the road because obviously it was trying to get somewhere. The fact that it was in the road was completely accidental. It doesn't know what it's doing. It's a dinosaur. All these modern things are new to it, and I don't know. I just think that they did a very good job with it, is basically what I'm saying. I know I'm spending a whole lot of time on this, but I think it's very important, because the thing about the Jurassic series is that I feel like they have great concepts, but I feel like these concepts are often portrayed not exactly right, not as they should be. And, we see the idea, we hear the ideas, and they sound great. But once you put them on the big screen, you realize that they need a lot of work. So in order to do that, you want to do things right. And, we didn't really know what to expect with Jurassic World 3. We didn't know what was going to happen. We didn't know if dinosaurs were going to be invading cities, or if it was just going to be a scenario similar to Battle at Big Rock. We didn't really know. But that's the great thing about Battle at Big Rock, is it gives us an idea of what to expect for Jurassic World 3. So we could expect accurate human-dinosaur interactions, similar to that of Battle at Big Rock, and I'm hoping we see more of that. I know I'm dwelling on this topic a lot, but I just think it's very important to cover because this is the kind of thing that I feel like people really want to see in the Jurassic movies. And I think I think I could speak for everyone saying that, because so far people really like Battle at Big Rock. They like the dinosaur-human interactions in this short film, and I like it too. I really think it's a very accurate scenario. But I'm rambling and I'm repeating stuff at this point. You guys know the point I'm trying to make with this whole thing, so there's that aspect to it, and I really like that. But at the end of the day, when it comes to the battle, I just really wish there was a definitive winner. I know it's supposed to fall back on accuracy, but just this once, it would have been cool to see something like a definitive winner, like a kill or something. But I do like what they did, how the dinosaurs backed down, because that in itself seems accurate. Obviously another Nasutoceratops came in. The Allosaurus felt outnumbered and overpowered, so obviously it would have been stupid to continue the fight. For the Allosaurus' sake, it would have died. It wouldn't have stood a chance. So it backing down was the smart thing to do. And of course, the Nasutoceratops got away while they can. And then that's when the Allosaurus decided to put his main focus on the family as soon as the baby starts crying. So anyways, yeah, there's that. But the next things I want to talk about are just the Easter eggs, the Jurassic Park and the Lost World Easter eggs, all the stuff that was in this short film. That stuff was amazing. The fact, the score in the beginning of the short film, like right before the short film comes, you heard the Jurassic Park music, you saw the RV flip over, that brought you back to the Lost World. All those things, all those Easter eggs, like that is what brings that like Battle at Big Rock to home. That's why I feel like a lot of people appreciated from Battle at Big Rock. They appreciated those Easter eggs. I very much enjoyed those Easter eggs, and I really enjoyed the post-credit scenes. Those were really fun too to watch. And I feel like I don't think this is gonna happen, because this short film itself cost $10 million. But it would have been so cool if they continued short films like this. I like the idea of like a series, a Jurassic Park or World series. Sorry, Jurassic World, because this is the era of Jurassic World, so it would make sense if it was called Jurassic World. But I like the idea of like a series of short films, like Jurassic World short films, where different people are experiencing different scenarios with different dinosaurs. In this scenario, you have a family that's trying to get away from an Allosaurus after it just got done battling Nasutoceratops. In the next scenario, it could be something relating to the Mosasaurus and maybe a fisherman, or it could be something relating to Rexy or to Blue, to all the other dinosaurs that were released in the End of Fallen Kingdom. I think a lot of people speculated that, and they think it's going to happen, but honestly, I just don't think so. Because, again, this one short film, not even 10 minutes long, cost $10 million to make. Now, honestly, I don't even think it's just a financial issue. I think it's just keeping up with the continuity of the film. Because if you keep going with this, eventually down the line, you're going to probably mess something up with the whole Jurassic timeline. Just to make it possible for these short films to happen. So I can't really see a scenario where that would happen, but if that's what they're worried about, I'd rather have them not do that, because I'd like the continuity where it is with Jurassic World. But I don't know. I do like the idea of a mini series like that with the short films, and I feel like they should continue stuff like this. It's really fun and a good idea. But anyways, guys, this video is getting really long, so I'm just gonna go ahead and give you my overall, rating of Battle at Big Rock. I give this film a solid 9 out of 10. This was a great film. All right, I think it did many things right, including once again the dinosaur-human interactions and the dinosaur versus dinosaur interactions. The fight between these two creatures that in real life would never meet each other, because Nasutoceratops lived in the Cretaceous era and Allosaurus lived in the Jurassic era. I felt like this fight was done or at least the interaction between these two was done very well, and just overall the short film did very well. It was portrayed well. My only issues are basically just you know, small issues like the characters and the plot itself, they lack in a few different places, but really the biggest thing to why it brings this short film down to a 9 out of 10 is the fight itself. It's very short-lived. I'm okay with the fact that there's no definitive winner, but I really wish there was more of a fight. You know, there was a fight, but it was very short. It didn't last too long, as most of these Jurassic, you know, World dinosaur fights do. You know, they don't last a whole long, but it would have been cool just to drag it out a little longer, have some of that, you know, cool dinosaur fighting effects in. That would have been really neat. But yeah, overall, I think a 9 out of 10 is fair for a short film like this. It did very well, and honestly, this gives me hope for the Jurassic series, because, you know, Jurassic World did pretty good. Fallen Kingdom, it did pretty bad. As far as criticism goes, a lot of people didn't like Fallen Kingdom, and the more I watch Fallen Kingdom, the more I notice its flaws, the more I realize why people don't like it. So I myself am not too much of a fan on Fallen Kingdom, and I'm really hoping that, you know, the next Jurassic World movie is something similar to this short film. I like the aesthetic of this short film, and I want to see more of it. But anyways, guys, I hope you enjoyed that. I think I've said everything I wanted to say about this short film. But anyways, guys, that was my review on Battle at Big Rock. I hope you guys enjoyed this review. Honestly, I'm really happy that we have something like this, and we have even more stuff for Jurassic World coming. But I think as far as Battle at Big Rock, this is pretty much it. This is the end of the line. So thank you guys so much for all the support that you've left in my previous Battle at Big Rock videos, because they've all done very well. Surprisingly, you know, I didn't expect them to do that well, but they did. So thank you guys so much. And yeah, I think that's pretty much all I have to say about Battle at Big Rock. So thank you guys so much for your support and for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, then be sure to leave a like and subscribe for more Jurassic World related content and other cool dinosaur stuff I post on this channel. That's all I have to say for now, guys. Thank you so much for watching, and please have a nice day.